Hello future CS, welcome back to my channel again. Your one-stop guide for everything related to CA exams. If you are new here, I am Pooja, a chartered accountant. I have an experience of working for Ernst & Young and KPMG, and I help CA aspirants like you succeed with practical tips, strategies and support. So many students understand accounting standards but struggle when it comes to presenting their answers in exams. In this video, I will show you a simple 4-step approach to write perfect accounting standard based answers. And we'll also solve a question together using this method. So let's make sure your presentation helps you score those extra marks. Guys, if you are new to my channel, please subscribe. Every subscription works like a motivation for me and it also makes my day. So guys, when you visit my channel, in the playlist section, you can see there is a separate playlist for CA Inter exams. So in this playlist, you can find different type of study plan, subject specific guidance and much more videos. And there is also a playlist for CA GPT for students. In this playlist, I have made different videos in which I have shown as to how you can use CA GPT while preparing for your exams. So do visit my channel and watch these videos. And there are various other playlists as well which might be helpful for you. So here I have the question paper of the May 2025 attempt. So in the descriptive part, the first descriptive question, this is what I'll be solving today. I'll show you how to write the answer for this using the 4-step approach, which can enhance your presentation and thereby increase your mark as well. So you can also download this question paper from the BOS knowledge portal and you can refer this as we are going through this video. So I'll read out the question first. Hardy Limited intends to extend the factory setup on the adjacent plot with disintegrated old premises. It acquired the land having an area of 250 hectares at a cost of rupees 25,000 per hectare. Hardy Limited incurred stamp duty and registration charges of 5% land value. Legal fees were paid rupees 4,75,000 for land acquisition. Hardy Limited incurred rupees 37,85,000 for demolishing old premises thereon. A sum of rupees 12,60,000 including 5% GST thereon was realized from the sale of material salvaged from the site. Till the new site with extended factory premises is ready, the company needs to move the present production facilities to another temporary site. The following incremental cost will be incurred. Setup cost of rupees 7,50,000 to install machinery in the new location. Rent of rupees 12 lakh. Removal cost of rupees 2,50,000 to transport the machinery from the old location to the temporary location. So management is of the opinion that the cost of moving the production facility to another temporary location can be capitalized. You are required to advise. So let's see how to answer this using the 4-step approach. So step number 1 here is to identify and state the accounting standard. That is, identify the issue and the relevant accounting standard and mention its number and name. So let's see in this case how to state this. So in this case, the question requires determining whether the cost incurred for temporary relocation of production facilities can be capitalized. So this is the issue here. And the relevant accounting standard here is AS10, Property, Plant and Equipment. So the relevant standard, that is what we'll be mentioning here. Identifying the issue and then stating the accounting standard name and number. This will be our first step. Now the second step is quote the relevant standard or rule. That is, write the relevant provisions or requirements of the standard in 2 to 3 lines. So let's see in this case how to do it. So according to AS10 revised, the cost of land includes purchase price and any directly attributable cost necessary to bring the assets to its working condition for its intended use. So the cost of land which can be capitalized includes purchase price plus the costs that are directly attributable to bring the asset for its working condition for its intended use. So directly attributable cost, what does this mean? So as per this AS 10, directly attributable cost includes site preparation, professional fees and cost of demolition and net of any proceeds from the sale of materials. And the third provision mentioned in this AS is cost of temporary relocation or expenses of revenue nature. Example, rent, removal, set up a temporary site. All this cannot be capitalized. These should be charged to the P&L account. So these are the main provisions which will be applicable to the case scenario in hand. So as per step 2, we are quoting these provisions. So now step number 3, application and calculation. That is, apply the rules to the facts of the question and mention any assumptions and also show any calculations and logical reasoning has to be given. So let's see how to do this. So in the question, the management is stating that it is having a suggestion that the cost of moving the production facility to another temporary location, it is planning to capitalize these costs. So let's see what the standard says and how this has to be treated. So let's see what are the temporary relocation cost first. So first we have the setup of machinery, that is 7,50,000. Then we have rent 12 lakhs. Then we have removal, that is transportation 2,50,000. So as per the provisions of this standard which we saw in the previous slide, cost of temporary relocation or expenses of revenue nature cannot be capitalized. These should be charged to P&L account. Hence, these three costs, that is setup of machinery, rent, removal, etc. All of these has to be expensed and it cannot be capitalized as per AS 10. Now let's go ahead to the step number 4, which is conclusion. So give a crisp conclusion with result and presentation. So the total relocation expenses, that is setup, rent and removal cost, totally amounting to rupees 22 lakh. This has to be treated as revenue expenditure and clearly state the reason for this. So those costs are not directly attributable to bringing the asset to its intended working condition. Hence the management's view to capitalize them is not in line with the AS 10. So this has to be clearly mentioned here. Now let's quickly see the summary of this 4-step approach that we discussed just now. So step number 1 is identify and state. That is, identify the issue and the relevant accounting standard. Mention its number and the name. Then step number 2, quote the rule. That is, write the relevant provisions or requirements of the standard in 2 to 3 lines. Next, step number 3, apply to the case. That is, apply the rule to the facts of the question. Mention any assumptions, show calculations and logical reasoning. Then step number 4, conclude clearly. That is, give a crisp conclusion with result and presentation. So basically these are the 4 steps in which you should be ideally answering your case scenario based question which are relating to accounting standard. So majorly the syllabus consists of accounting standard and most of the question will be related to that itself. And also step-by-step marking is there in the exam. So if you follow this step-by-step approach, suppose all the first 3 steps are correct and in case you go wrong in the last step, conclusion, you will still get marks at least for the first 3 steps. So that is why it is important to write in this step-by-step format. So guys, that was the 4-step approach to present accounting standard questions perfectly in your CA Inter exams. I hope the example made it clear how to apply this in your paper. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like and share the video. and also subscribe to my channel for more exam focused videos. All the best for your preparation, and I will see you all in the next video.